Howard Stern, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Hey, what the hell happened in here while we were on?
Howard, you talked to his machine.
To get on Stuttering John's mailing list, call 609-546-STUPID. If you're planning a wedding or summer party and you need a great DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment in the New York Tri-State area. Call 718-BAG-5040. And I guess that's it. I'll see you tomorrow.
KEGL Fort Worth, Dallas, your